1. When mentoring a new driver on handling double trailers in windy conditions, which advice best emphasizes safe driving principles? A. Speed up to get past the wind quickly. B. Use only the front trailer brakes. C. Reduce speed and increase following distance. D. Turn the wheel sharply to counter crosswinds. 2. While conducting a post-trip evaluation, a mentor observes excessive trailer sway. Which is the most effective feedback strategy? A. Blame the driver for poor technique. B. Ignore it unless there's visible damage. C. Ask open-ended questions about the driver's speed and load distribution. D. Give a checklist and ask them to figure it out alone. 3. When teaching a trainee to navigate a tight curve with triple trailers, which instructional method supports adult learning principles? A. Yelling directions while they drive. B. Assigning them a video and leaving them alone. C. Modeling the correct behavior, then supervising guided practice. D. Letting them figure it out through trial and error. 4. Which of the following is most critical when coupling the rear trailer of a triple? A. Ignoring the converter dolly alignment. B. Verifying that the pintle hook is securely latched. C. Checking only the lead trailer's brakes. D. Using the truck's front mirrors for all alignment steps. 5. A driver experiences trailer off-tracking while turning with doubles. What is the safest corrective action? A. Accelerate through the turn. B. Reverse to adjust the angle. C. Widen the turn to allow proper tracking. D. Ignore it if the lead trailer is on course. 6. What instructional technique is most effective when training on staggered lane usage for doubles on downhill grades? A. Passive video watching. B. Role-playing in classroom. C. Simulation with guided coaching and feedback. D. Reading aloud from the CDL manual. 7. In mentoring a driver during merging on highways with triples, what communication style ensures clarity? A. Giving rapid instructions while they're already merging. B. Explaining procedures in advance and providing reminders calmly. C. Using hand gestures only. D. Relying on them to remember from previous lessons. 8. How can you best assess a trainee's readiness to handle triple trailers? A. Asking if they feel confident. B. Reviewing their written test score only. C. Using a scenario-based driving performance checklist. D. Giving a single practice run. 9. During emergency braking with doubles, which practice maintains the most control? A. Slamming the brakes for maximum response. B. Applying the trailer hand valve only. C. Controlled braking with staggered trailer response awareness. D. Releasing the brakes entirely and coasting. 10. Which regulatory requirement must be checked before pulling triples across state lines? A. Local DMV exam schedule. B. Federal fuel tax rates. C. State-by-state trailer length allowances. D. Age of the trailer tires. 11. When training on safe lane changes with doubles, which evaluation method is best? A. Oral questioning post-trip. B. Multiple choice test. C. Real-time performance assessment with a rubric. D. Written report only. 12. What is the key reason for conducting a walk-around inspection before driving doubles? A. Checking fuel efficiency. B. Verifying DOT compliance and mechanical integrity. C. Cleaning the mud flaps. D. Reducing road tolls. 13. While evaluating a trainee's coupling technique, which observation best identifies a safety violation? A. Proper lighting between trailers. B. Trailer parking brake left engaged during hookup. C. Gloves worn during process. D. Verbal checklist being recited. 14. In adult learning, why is it beneficial to debrief a difficult reversing maneuver with doubles? A. To assign blame. B. To reinforce rote memorization. C. To provide context and promote reflective learning. D. To extend the training session unnecessarily. 15. When mentoring on steep grade descents, what message reinforces proper driving techniques? A. Downshift after you start descending. B. Ride the brakes lightly the whole way down. C. Select the correct low gear before starting the descent. D. Use the trailer hand brake instead of the foot brake. 16. Which is the best mentoring approach to help trainees manage space when turning doubles? A. Let them fail and correct later. B. Provide theoretical explanations only. C. Demonstrate and narrate during a live drive. D. Rely on automated tools without discussion. 17. When evaluating a triple trailer driver's following distance, what benchmark is most appropriate? A. 1 second per 10 feet of vehicle length. B. 3 car lengths. C. A standard 2-second rule. D. Following closely to avoid lane cutting. 18. Which behavior during trailer coupling requires immediate remediation during training? A. Using a spotter. B. Aligning slowly and carefully. C. Walking between connected trailers while engine is on. D. Checking landing gear. 19. What key factor increases the risk of jackknife when braking with doubles? A. Slow reaction time. B. Uneven brake adjustment on rear trailer. C. Proper load distribution. D. Full tire inflation. 20. Which learning activity best improves a trainee's hazard perception while driving triples? A. Watching hazard videos only. B. Reading a list of possible road hazards. C. Driving through simulated scenarios with feedback. D. Completing a crossword on CDL terms. 21. A trainee is attempting to park triple trailers in a narrow lot. Which guidance best aligns with effective coaching? A. Just go for it and fix it later. B. I'll park it for you to save time. C. Let's walk through your space use plan before you begin. D. Park it however you want, it's your responsibility now. 22. What is the primary safety concern when transitioning from a downgrade to a flat surface with doubles? A. Overheating tires. B. Sudden speed surge from gravity. C. Inadequate gear re-engagement. D. Crosswind trailer sway. 23. When teaching emergency procedures for runaway trailers and triples, which instructional method is most effective? A. Handing out a written pamphlet. B. Watching incident videos only. C. Scenario-based simulations with active debrief. D. Allowing unsupervised practice. 24. Which factor most affects rollover risk in triple trailers during a high-speed lane change? A. Empty lead trailer. B. Unevenly distributed load. C. Proper tire pressure. D. A short converter dolly. 25. A trainee consistently oversteers with doubles on curves. What is the best mentoring feedback? A. You'll get used to it. B. Try going even slower and see what happens. C. Let's analyze your speed and steering inputs in that curve. D. Double trailers are just harder to control. 26. Which action best demonstrates regulatory compliance while handling a converter dolly? A. Leaving it parked on a slope without chocking. B. Using a single chain to secure it. C. Ensuring safety chains and locking mechanisms are used correctly. D. Skipping inspection of the dolly tires. 27. What is a primary communication issue that can arise when mentoring doubles drivers in hazardous weather? A. Speaking too clearly. B. Repeating key safety tips. C. Failing to confirm understanding with closed-loop feedback. D. Using diagrams to explain traction loss. 28. A student driver completes a trip without a walk-around inspection. As a mentor, what is your best action? A. Report them to the supervisor immediately. B. Reprimand them in front of others. C. Review the importance of inspections and have them conduct a mock inspection. D. Ignore it if no issues occurred. 29. What is the most dangerous behavior when pulling triple trailers during heavy traffic? A. Maintaining a consistent following distance. B. Sudden lane changes without signaling. C. Monitoring mirror clearance regularly. D. Keeping to the right lane. 30. When explaining how air pressure imbalances affect trailer braking, which instructional tool supports comprehension? A. A technical textbook. B. A checklist with jargon. C. A live demonstration using trailer gauges. D. A silent diagram on the wall. 31. What is the key benefit of using a reflective mentoring journal during doubles training? A. Tracking trailer mileage. B. Listing CDL requirements. C. Encouraging self-evaluation and learning reinforcement. D. Avoiding regulatory citations. 32. When supervising a trainee backing with a dolly converter, what is the safest mentor positioning? A. Between trailers for a closer view. B. Standing behind the rear trailer. C. Off to the side with visual and audible contact. D. Inside the cab. 33. How should you handle a situation where a trainee insists on an unsafe passing maneuver with triples? A. Let them try to learn from consequences. B. Criticize them strongly. C. Pause the training and discuss passing protocols and risks. D. Ignore it unless a crash occurs. 34. What communication technique increases retention during complex doubles coupling instruction? A. Use of analogies and real-world examples. B. Delivering content in long lectures. C. Repeating steps without context. D. Focusing only on written content. 35. In an evaluation session, which sign indicates inadequate understanding of space management in doubles? A. Using all mirrors before turning. B. Oversteering around curves. C. Correctly using trailer off-tracking cues. D. Maintaining proper lane position. 36. Why is route planning especially critical for drivers of triple trailers? A. To minimize tolls. B. To ensure compliance with length restrictions and weight limits. C. To locate the nearest food stops. D. To avoid night driving. 37. A trainee performs an emergency stop and skids the rear trailer. What follow-up action is most effective? A. Test their knowledge with a multiple-choice quiz. B. Encourage them to take a break. C. Conduct a performance review of braking procedures and weight distribution. D. Skip the review and continue. 38. When teaching mirror usage in doubles, what key concept ensures maximum effectiveness? A. Rely on just the left mirror. B. Use only internal cab reflections. C. Scan mirrors frequently and cover all trailer zones. D. Trust trailer sensors over visual checks. 39. What is the primary cause of trailer crack the whip effect in triples? A. Improper mirror use. B. Lack of air pressure. C. Sudden steering at high speeds. D. Balanced load weight. 40. When assessing a trainee's reaction to crosswind sway in doubles, what behavior indicates mastery? A. Overcorrecting with rapid steering inputs. B. Releasing all braking. C. Slowing down and steady wheel control. D. Driving faster to stabilize the trailer. 41. A trainee is struggling with understanding the handling differences between doubles and triples. What approach supports long-term retention? A. Provide only written material for review. B. Reprimand them and reduce driving time. C. Incorporate hands-on practice with structured reflection. D. Assign more unrelated reading assignments. 42. During a routine evaluation, a trainee fails to apply the trailer brakes before uncoupling. What is the best mentor response? A. Ignore the mistake since no accident occurred. B. Stop the process and explain the safety risk and proper steps. C. Let them continue and correct it afterward. D. Ask another trainee to show them the correct method. 43. What is the primary risk of improper converter dolly alignment during coupling? A. Increased fuel usage. B. Loss of trailer stability during transport. C. Brighter lighting on rear trailer. D. Misaligned tires. 44. When reviewing a trainee's driving footage with them, what is the most effective mentoring question? A. Why did you mess up that turn? B. What were you noticing in your mirrors during this moment? C. Should we just skip to the next video? D. Can you guess what went wrong? 45. A new driver regularly forgets to check the trailer hand valve before departure. What training strategy improves compliance? A. Memorization drills. B. Written warnings. C. Integrate valve checks into a verbalized pre-trip routine. D. Ignore unless a violation occurs. 46. Which is the safest driving technique when descending a long, steep downgrade with triple trailers? A. Use the trailer handbrake to prevent front trailer sway. B. Downshift after you start the descent. C. Use the engine brake in a low gear before descending. D. Pump brakes constantly to reduce heat. 47. In what situation would it be most unsafe to use the trailer hand valve? A. To test brakes during a walk-around. B. While backing into a dock. C. During a steep downhill descent. D. When parking on a slope. 48. When mentoring on proper lane usage, which statement reflects effective adult learning? A. Don't question the rules. B. Most experienced drivers ignore this step. C. Let's discuss why staying in the right lane improves safety. D. Just follow what I do. 49. Which visual cue best helps a driver detect trailer off-tracking while negotiating tight turns? A. Hood ornament alignment. B. Lead trailer side mirror positioning. C. Rear trailer path and the right side mirror. D. Dashboard indicators. 50. During a training session, a trainee becomes visibly frustrated with repeated trailer alignment errors. What should the mentor do? A. End the session early without feedback. B. Publicly critique the trainee's performance. C. Pause, acknowledge the challenge, and revisit fundamentals. D. Increase difficulty to accelerate learning. 51. What is one key benefit of reviewing incident reports in doubles and triples training? A. Learning from past violations without experiencing them. B. Memorizing traffic laws. C. Avoiding hands-on practice. D. Reducing the need for formal testing. 52. When evaluating understanding of trailer surge, what scenario best tests applied knowledge? A. Asking for definitions. B. Watching a video. C. Having the trainee drive with varying loads and reflect on stopping behavior. D. Giving a matching worksheet. 53. Which maneuver requires the most adjustment when driving triples instead of doubles? A. Right turn into a narrow street. B. Crossing a flat railroad track. C. Driving on a one-lane road. D. Parking in a rest stop. 54. A trainee misaligns the second trailer during a triple setup. What is the most constructive correction? A. You're not ready for this level. B. Try again tomorrow. C. Let's go step by step and analyze your last approach. D. Triple setups don't need to be precise. 55. What is a sign that a trainee needs remediation in air brake inspection? A. Reporting air pressure too frequently. B. Skipping drain valve checks. C. Adjusting slack adjusters by hand. D. Using gloves during inspection. 56. Which mentoring style best improves judgment in unpredictable traffic situations for doubles drivers? A. Authoritative and corrective only. B. Passive observation. C. Scenario discussion followed by supervised drive practice. D. Memorization of textbook warnings. 57. Which tool is most effective when explaining trailer weight transfer during braking? A. Pie chart. B. Verbal description only. C. Visual animation or physical model. D. Weight certificate. 58. How should a mentor respond when a trainee overcorrects steering during a skid? A. You'll figure it out. B. Never skid again. C. Let's review why gentle steering inputs matter during skids. D. Next time, just brake harder. 59. A trainee fails to identify soft shoulders when pulling over with triples. What follow-up ensures safety? A. Repeat the same route with no changes. B. Review proper stopping zones and signs of shoulder hazards. C. Ignore the issue if no damage occurs. D. Blame weather conditions. 60. Which behavior shows the trainee has developed reflective practice skills? A. Waiting for feedback before making any corrections. B. Repeating the same mistake without analysis. C. Asking questions about why an error occurred and proposing solutions. D. Memorizing all safety slogans. 61. What is the most important safety check before descending a steep grade with triple trailers? A. Confirm cargo weight limits. B. Check converter dolly tire treads. C. Ensure braking systems are fully charged and functional. D. Inspect the trailer lights. 62. During training, a driver overuses the service brakes on a long downgrade. What is the best corrective coaching strategy? A. Let the driver finish the run before correcting. B. Immediately stop and review the correct use of engine braking. C. Wait for the post-trip meeting. D. Assume they will adjust after a few more trips. 63. What is the greatest danger when attempting a U-turn with doubles or triples? A. Engine strain. B. Tire wear. C. Jackknife or trailer rollover. D. Extra fuel consumption. 64. When teaching proper following distance with doubles, what is the most effective instructional technique? A. Quoting the CDL handbook. B. Having the trainee verbally estimate and adjust the spacing in real time. C. Giving them a written rule of thumb card. D. Showing pictures of accidents. 65. A trainee consistently relies on mirrors but fails to use rear trailer cameras. What mentoring strategy promotes better awareness? A. Mandate use of all mirrors only. B. Ignore it as long as no collision occurs. C. Discuss blind spots and provide a camera-mirror integration exercise. D. Assign reading on spatial awareness. 66. What best describes a safe stopping technique with triples on a slick road surface? A. Heavy braking to minimize momentum. B. Downshifting mid-stop. C. Gentle, controlled braking with maximum following distance. D. Using the trailer hand valve only. 67. Which type of mentoring feedback is most effective when a trainee incorrectly calculates stopping distance for doubles? A. You did that wrong, do it again. B. Why can't you remember this? C. Let's revisit the physics of braking and practice estimating again. D. That's fine, just keep going. 68. Which condition most increases the risk of a converter dolly jackknifing? A. Full cargo load. B. Tire overinflation. C. Sharp turns and slippery conditions. D. Warm weather. 69. When mentoring a driver on night operations with triples, which strategy ensures visibility compliance? A. Require the trainee to drive only during the day. B. Emphasize use of low-beam headlights. C. Inspect and test all trailer lighting systems before and during the trip. D. Focus solely on cab lighting. 70. What key regulation should drivers know about operating triples on U.S. highways? A. Federal rules prohibit triples on any rural route. B. Triple operation is only allowed in designated states and routes. C. Triples must use HOV lanes. D. Triples are exempt from bridge weight limits. 71. In a training scenario, a driver turns too sharply, causing the rear trailer to jump the curb. What should the mentor do? A. Ignore it. B. Stop immediately and review turning radius control with diagrams and practice. C. Punish the trainee by removing driving privileges. D. Assume they will learn from embarrassment. 72. Which approach best reinforces safe lane-changing habits in doubles? A. Require trainees to signal but not check mirrors. B. Teach them to rely on other drivers' reactions. C. Emphasize mirror checks, signals, and gradual movement. D. Let them change lanes freely during heavy traffic. 73. What is the most effective way to train drivers to handle trailer surge when braking? A. Theoretical explanation only. B. Hands-on braking in various conditions with instructor guidance. C. Watch pre-recorded crash footage. D. Read vehicle manuals. 74. Why should converter dollies be parked with wheels chalked? A. It improves fuel mileage. B. To prevent uncontrolled rolling and ensure safety. C. To reduce air pressure leakage. D. For aesthetics. 75. What is a warning sign that a rear trailer is improperly loaded? A. Smooth turns. B. Even brake response. C. Excessive sway at moderate speeds. D. Normal coupling tension. 76. A driver notices that their rear trailer in a triple combo is swaying in light winds. What is the safest action? A. Accelerate to stabilize. B. Ignore unless it tips. C. Reduce speed and check load distribution. D. Use the hand valve to control sway. 77. Which of the following is true about doubles and triples and braking distance? A. They stop faster than single trailers. B. They stop in the same distance as cars. C. They require more distance due to added weight and length. D. They have built-in auto brake systems. 78. Which method best evaluates a trainee's understanding of trailer articulation hazards? A. Asking them to list hazards from memory. B. Conducting a practical driving test in a yard with tight turns. C. Showing images of crashes. D. Giving them a glossary of terms. 79. When evaluating a trainee's space management skills, which action shows competency? A. Hugging the right curb during right turns. B. Driving in the left lane for visibility. C. Widening turns appropriately and allowing clearance. D. Following close to avoid cut-ins. 80. Which type of curriculum content best promotes mastery of triples handling? A. A single lecture on laws. B. Interactive modules with driving labs and reflection. C. Memorizing federal limits. D. Peer-led group discussions only. 81. A trainee asks why triple trailers are more prone to crack the whip effect. How should you respond? A. It's not something to worry about. B. Let's review the physics behind trailer articulation. C. It's just because they're longer. D. Ignore it and keep practicing. 82. What action violates regulatory compliance during a pre-trip inspection of triples? A. Checking airlines and brake systems. B. Leaving the parking brake off while under the trailer. C. Verifying trailer lights. D. Testing the coupling mechanism. 83. What type of braking technique should be emphasized in icy conditions with doubles? A. Locking brakes briefly. B. Sudden full brake application. C. Gentle, progressive application with anti-lock assistance. D. Relying on the trailer hand valve. 84. What is one benefit of using adult learning techniques in doubles driving instruction? A. Faster classroom sessions. B. Emphasizes rote memorization. C. Builds compliance through repetition. D. Encourages real-world problem solving and ownership. 85. Why should a mentor avoid giving commands without context? A. It reinforces hierarchical control. B. Adults learn better with clear, contextual reasoning. C. It saves time. D. It guarantees obedience. 86. Which of the following is most effective for evaluating trailer sway responses? A. Road test during high wind conditions. B. Classroom test. C. Written description of sway signs. D. Diagram identification. 87. When mentoring on emergency stop procedures for doubles, what principle is most critical? A. Focus on the hand brake. B. Apply full service brakes immediately. C. Brake gently and steer in a straight line. D. Release brakes completely. 88. What does a properly secured converter dolly chain prevent? A. Brake imbalance. B. Fuel drain. C. Trailer separation and dolly runaways. D. Lighting failures. 89. Why is it important to conduct hands-on practice after explaining a driving concept? A. To fill time. B. To meet regulatory time requirements. C. To reinforce cognitive retention through experiential learning. D. To keep trainees busy. 90. A trainee asks why rear trailer tires wear faster. What is the best educational response? A. Just rotate them more often. B. It's because the back is heavier. C. Let's discuss how trailer tracking and load impact wear patterns. D. It doesn't really matter. CDL doubles and triples driving techniques test. The CDL doubles and triples driving techniques test evaluates a commercial driver's ability to safely and effectively operate combination vehicles with 2 or 3 trailers. This test focuses on specialized driving skills such as maintaining proper following distance, executing wide turns, managing increased trailer swing, and adjusting braking techniques to avoid rollovers and jackknifing. Drivers are tested on their understanding of coupling and uncoupling procedures, converter gear operation, and trailer inspection. The test also emphasizes safety practices under varying road, weather, and traffic conditions. Mastery of these techniques is essential for preventing accidents and ensuring compliance with federal and state transportation regulations. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of the sample exam. 1. Enhanced safety awareness. The test ensures drivers are trained in advanced techniques such as wide turns, proper braking, and trailer control, significantly reducing accident risks with multiple trailers. 2. Regulatory compliance. Passing the test confirms the driver's knowledge of federal and state regulations, helping employers meet DOT safety standards and avoid penalties. 3. Professional competency verification. It certifies a driver's capability to handle complex trailer configurations, boosting their employability and credibility within the transportation industry. 4. Mentorship and training alignment. The test content supports structured mentoring programs, helping trainers assess and develop new drivers' skills in real-world conditions. 5. Operational efficiency. Drivers proficient in these techniques contribute to smoother, more fuel-efficient hauls, reducing equipment wear and improving delivery times.